Do you ever feel like when you're trying to sort out your working from home or working at a computer setup to support your neck and shoulders and get rid of all your upper body pain, it feels like there's a lot of information out there, some of it conflicting, and loads of little pieces that you're trying to fit together? If that sounds like you, this video is for you. In this video, I'm putting together basically a checklist of the things that you need to be aware of and do in order to address your neck and shoulder and upper back pain. You can use this as a checklist to come back to, so you can kind of do each bit and piece as you go, or if you decide that actually you'd like to get it all in one place, then I have some information for you at the end about how you can do that. Hi, I'm Catherine, and I'm the founder of Layton Sports Massage. And in this channel, I share self-care tips and information about how the body works so that you can live your life as close to pain-free as possible. Working from home, it can be pretty confusing what you need to do, how much money you need to spend on equipment, how you can take care of yourself, et cetera, et cetera. So today, I pretty much just want to go through the list about what you need to do, where kind of the emphasis should be on the different things, and what you should be aiming for at the end. Now, this is based on working with hundreds of desk clients over the last 10 years, some of them who've had neck and shoulder and upper back pain for 10, 15, 20, I think I even had somebody for 30 years. People who thought they were doomed to have neck and shoulder pain as long as they worked at a computer. So I can tell you for sure that this formula works. If you've seen my video about emotional versus physical causes of stress, pain, discomfort, you'll know that there's physical components and mental emotional components. So first, for the physical components, the very first thing you need to be doing is sorting out your posture. Your posture, the way that you sit, is more important than any equipment that you have, okay? Because you can have the perfect keyboard, the perfect screen, the perfect chair with the perfect lumbar support, and still have pain, because you can still slouch in the perfect ergonomic chair. You can still hunch your shoulders forward and have your arms in the wrong position and create strain through your wrists and your shoulders with the perfect keyboard. So the very first thing you need to do is know how to put yourself in good posture. Now, when you know what good posture is, which I have a desk posture checklist that you can get for free, which is linked in the video in the description below. Once you know how to sit in good posture, you're going to notice probably that good posture feels really awkward. The reason that good posture feels so awkward is because you've been sitting for years, possibly decades, in a hunched forward rounded position, and your body will have adapted to that, right? You'll have gotten shorter across the front, weaker in the postural muscles. So when you try to sit up in good posture, your weak underactive posture muscles get tired very quickly. And because they're pulling against tension in the front and the sides of the body. So the first step is to know how you should be sitting and start practicing better posture. The second step is to release the tight muscles in the front and sides of the body and start strengthening and activating the weak postural muscles. Now you can do that a few different ways. You could go for a massage. You can go see a massage therapist who's going to help release the front of the body and give you exercises for the back. You could just go for strengthening, but if you don't also stretch the things that are pulling you out of alignment, that's just going to be creating tension against tension, which I don't think is a good use of energy, really. Like, you don't want to just live your life with two things pulling against each other. Once you get those things released, or once you start releasing them, you need to keep it going by doing stretches and exercises on your own. Now, when we work with clients, we really want to help them learn the connection between which stretch fixes which issue. We don't want people to have to do 20 or 30 minutes of self-care a day. My goal for clients, and what I think you should aim for, is 5 to 10 minutes of self-care a day, max, spread throughout your day. You can do stretches and exercises in the evening before you go to bed, preferably stretches, right? Relaxation in the evening, maybe one for a couple of minutes. And then maybe you do some activation in the morning to wake up your postural muscles. And then maybe you have one thing that you do throughout the day, like a portable chest stretch, for example. So that's the second step, is figuring out what you need to adjust posturally, and then putting that into practice in your life, right? So that you understand the connection. Once you're stretching and releasing the tight muscles, or releasing them with massage and doing exercises to activate your underused muscles, then you want to be thinking about your desk workstation setup as good as possible. Now, to be honest, you should be able to, if you have good posture, sit on a flat stool at a flat table that's the right height and be fine in your body. But we all know that that's pretty difficult to do, especially if we still have a habit of hunching forward. So even if you don't have the most expensive setup, if you have your desk so that your forearm and wrist can be level and close enough to your desk that your arms are by your side and you can keep your upper body kind of in a straight line from your head to your hips, you'll basically be in good shape. Like, that's really all you need to do from your workstation. You need to be close enough to it that your arms are flat and that you can be up and down. So you need to be close enough to it so that your arms can be by your side, your body can be up and down, so you're not having to lean forward for it. And you want the height to be such that your wrist and your hands are basically flat when you're working at the keyboard. Another thing that you need to be aware of is your breathing. So most people, because of a combination of stress and posture, breathe into their chest, and that uses the neck muscles. And if you're breathing up into your chest and using your neck muscles get tight and they pull you forward. So you want to do some breathing exercises to breathe into your abdomen, to retrain yourself to use your diaphragm primarily, which will take a lot of pressure off of your neck. Now, I do have a guided visualization that walks you through kind of switching and breathing into your diaphragm. And those visualizations are included as a bonus in the online course, the neck and shoulder pain course that we have, No Pain at Work. Fixing your breathing, adjusting your breathing, and managing stress go hand in hand. When we are stressed, we tense our muscles. So it's going to be harder for you to have good posture when you're stressed or experience emotional trauma, the emotional strain. So you need to be aware of what makes you stress and have strategies to deal with it, and being aware of emotional input that could be aggravating muscle tension or pain. You may have a friendship in your life that actually makes you tense up when you hang around that person, or even maybe some coworkers that create tension in you. It's important to identify what your stressors are, what creates emotional strain, because otherwise it will live in your body. And no matter how good your posture is, if you're having a lot of emotional strain or stress in your life, you're still going to have tension through your body. And then the last thing. So we talked about having stretches and exercises that you do, and they should only be about 5 to 10 minutes, and you want to build them into your life. I never want people to be relying on their memory for their self-care. So the last thing that you need to do in your addressing, helping your neck, shoulder, upper body, and even lower back at your desk is create reminders, create things that will pop up to tell you to do what you need to do, so you're not relying on your memory. It's called externalizing memory, right? So you don't have to rely on your brain to tell you to do something. This might be putting a Post-it note up somewhere. It might be setting an alarm in your phone or a reminder in your email or your calendar on your computer. Whatever it is, you want to take the things that you've identified that are most important to you and set them up so that you're doing them regularly and you're reminded to do them without having to remember yourself. Which is why we offer with our intensive package that you get 6 months of our exercise prescription software. So you automatically get reminders to do your exercises throughout the week. Okay, so that's what you need to do. And I know it might sound like a lot, but we actually usually accomplish this with clients within usually 4 to 6 sessions, where we help them balance everything out. We help them set up their workstation. We show them the stretches and exercises they need to do and figure out how to build it into their lives. And so if we can do that in 4 to 6 sessions, it's definitely doable. So just a quick review. Learn what good posture is and start doing it. Do stretches to release tight muscles that are pulling you out of alignment. Do exercises to activate your underutilized posture muscles. Set up your desk and workstation as good as possible, which can actually be really simple. Make sure you're breathing into your diaphragm so you take pressure off of your neck. Know which handful of exercises to focus on for yourself, the ones that are most effective. Manage your stress and be aware of emotional input that's creating muscle tension. And create reminders and externalize your memory so that you don't forget your self-care once you know what it is. Now, I know I covered a lot, but let me share some free and paid resources that will help you with this. So for the breathing, as I mentioned, I've got the guided visualization for breathing, and I have a video in the YouTube channel, which again, I will link below, about the diaphragm. So that will give you a good picture of how to connect with it. I have a video in YouTube that's 3 30-second, no equipment necessary workstation adjustments that you can do that's perfect for work from home. If you want some help in setting up your workstation, that's a great video to work on. If you need help connecting to your body, we have the how to do the body scan free video on our YouTube channel, which I will link below in the description as well. And we have a guided visualization on how to do a body scan and connect with your body that way. We also have an online course called No Pain at Work. And it includes like 90% of what I've talked about in here. It explains how to set up your workstation ergonomically if you have all the perfect equipment. And it shows you how to, what I call MacGyver it, which is like, let's say that you're having to work on site with a client, or you're having to work in a cafe for some reason, or, your work from home station isn't great. How you can make it more supportive to you so you don't just resign yourself to having a bad workstation. It has all the stretches and exercises that you need. It explains how to do your breathing with breathing exercise. It explains how your posture should be, how to identify stress and emotional causes of tension. It basically has all the information that I've covered here that you can work through on your own. And we also have an intensive package, which includes 4 or 6 sessions, along with other additional support. So I will put that link below as well. So if you would like help addressing your neck and shoulder pain, we are definitely here for you. Or if you'd like to try and do it yourself, I have loads of resources in the description. That's going to be a great jumping off point for you. Well, either way, I hope you see that even though it's a few things that you need to do, it's definitely manageable. And it's totally possible to work at your desk without any discomfort and pain in your neck and shoulders and back. If you know anyone who you think might find this interesting, who maybe is working from home or working at a computer and finding it a little bit challenging, I'd really appreciate if you would share it with them. If you subscribe so that you don't miss any of our future videos as we publish them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like so more people can see it. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned, please put them in the comments below. I'm happy to do another video going into more detail for any one of the things that I've talked about today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.